Get unlimited access to all of our CPE courses at www.teachucomp.com/unlimited CPE.
In this lesson, we'll go over review questions 4 through 6. Let's begin by looking at review question number 4. Joe's employer does not provide a way for Joe to report his tips. How can Joe be sure to comply with the IRS requirement that he report tip income to his employer? A. Joe should write a statement containing his name, address, social security number, as well as his tip income. Joe should sign the document in front of a notary public and should provide the notarized copy to his employer during the first week of January each year. B. Joe should write a statement containing his name, address, social security number, as well as his tip income, but the information does not need to be notarized. Joe must complete this statement at least once every 6 months. C. Joe should write a statement containing his name, address, social security number, as well as his tip income, but the information does not need to be notarized. Joe must complete this statement at least once each quarter. Or D. Joe should write a statement containing his name, address, social security number, as well as his tip income, but the information does not need to be notarized. Joe must complete this statement at least once each month. The answer is D. In order to comply with IRS requirements, Joe must give his employer a tip income statement at least once a month. This statement does not need to be notarized. Now let's look at review question number 5. Lucy works at a bakery. Although tipping is very uncommon at the bakery, one regular customer always leaves a few extra dollars on the counter after buying bread. Lucy must report the money as tip income if A. The customer leaves money for Lucy more than 6 times a year. B. The customer leaves more than 10% of the sale price of the bread as a tip. C. The customer regularly leaves Lucy $20 or more in tips every month. Or D. The customer specifically tells Lucy that the money is a tip. The answer is C. If Lucy regularly receives $20 or more in tips per month, she must report tip income to her employer and the IRS. Now let's take a look at review question number 6. In a food service setting, how does an employee who receives tips calculate the amount to report as tip income during any given shift? A. The employee should report 15% of his or her total food and drink sales for the day. B. The employee should report 8% of total food and drink sales for the day, plus any charge card tips in excess of the 8%. C. The employee should report 100% of tips received from customers and 50% of tips received from coworkers. Or D. The employee should report 100% of all tips received and retained, whether the tips come from customers or fellow employees. The answer is D. The employee must report 100% of all tips received and retained, whether the tips come from customers or fellow employees.
Like what you see? Get unlimited access to all of our CPE courses at www.teachucomp.com/unlimited CPE.